as a result of that, Judge Nash, a week later, came out and said they're going to reinvestigate those 30,000. But it wasn't because of my evidence. It's because they were worried about going to prison. That's how you beat them. They don't care about your evidence and your films or whatever. They don't care. A lot of people have evidence. They don't care about that. But if they think they're about to go to prison, then they care. And this right here, I believe, what this Pope has done, he has laid them out along with this president. People say, oh, this president isn't doing anything. Oh, he's done a lot. It's just that what they've done is so beyond our imaginations because we've been taught a certain way, and this is the way we think. But he's done a whole lot. It's just that you haven't grasped what he's done. He's given us the key, and the key is to go back and get these people retroactively because he has stripped them of all their immunity. And this is why you're seeing more people in authority either being arrested, resigning, indicted, and or convicted. More so than ever in history. You've never seen so many police standing up for murder. You've never seen social workers or people, judges now coming out speaking, attorneys, because they know that the gig's up. And so what they're doing, they're going to come out and they're going to say and talk because hopefully it'll minimize their punishment if any were to come upon them. This is what this game is about. So to tell me that this president has done nothing, he's done more than we could ever know. No other president has done this. He's going into the prisons because he knows what they've done. He told us he was going to give us transparency. He told us he was going to give us disclosure. Today he gave it to us. See, this is what bothers me, the thinking. He gave it to us today, but everybody, that's a no, it was not. What the man is showing you is that your state has the ability to set captives free, but they're unwilling to. So what he's saying to them, if you don't jump up and do the right thing, I will be forced to do an executive order. But we didn't even see that. He just showed you the people we love. Oh, that Republican. Oh, that Democrat. They have done nothing but enrich themselves. What this man has done, and why haven't they done it? They could have done it years ago. They knew what's going on in these courts. But they haven't helped you. They knew what's going on with the social workers and the prosecutors. They didn't care because they were enriching themselves. No, because we gave a hearing a few years ago with Congressman Baca, a 7-hour meeting. The man took all the evidence to Washington, D.C., and they told me they didn't want to hear it anymore from him. Shut him down. They didn't want to hear it. This is why. I just want to say this. Mm-hmm. This is why this president is so brilliant. He is probably one of the best political tacticians ever. They saw he was adamant. He was going to bring them down. They knew they weren't going to be able to stop him. That's why they had to put these rumors. Oh, he's a Muslim. Oh, he's a this. Oh, because they had to try to discredit him so you wouldn't believe because they knew that he was going to bring them down. And that's why they've done what they've done. Because all this time, how is it that he can come in there and take immunity? How is it that it's he that has caused all these people to be arrested and all of a sudden bring these people home that's been in these prisons 19, 20 years for one piece of marijuana? They couldn't do it? That should tell us something. Stop listening to these people. They haven't had your interest. Because had they had your interest, we wouldn't be in this crap. And last but not least, it is this president that's trying to clean it up. Because before he gives you your gifts and what is rightfully owned, what rightfully belongs to us, he's trying to clean up the corruption. Because I'm going to tell you, some of those very people that we like, who we think is our friends, I'm going to tell you right now, they're fighting it. They don't want you to have a dime. Now you better take that to the bank. They don't want you to have a dime. And I'm going to give you one more thing, and then I'm going to leave it there. We're going to talk about this homeless. Not going to get in it too much. But all of a sudden, they want to do something for the homeless. If you guys knew the amount of money that each homeless person is getting when they go on those streets in town, it would knock you flat. The problem is they've been keeping that money, doing as they please. Now, someone is looking into it, so all of a sudden, how did you all of a sudden come up with $200 million in LA County? Now you want a bill. And to find out, they've been putting that in this slush fund. This is what they've been doing, whether you be a homeless all the way to a executive. If you're not in their loop, they'll find a way to pluck you. We had another who's supposed to be here tonight. I don't know if he is. But I just want to show you. So at this level where we are now, we know about the regular courts, child support, family court, probate, family court. You know, I'm going to show you what they're doing to the supposed to be the elite. And they too stupid, they don't even know what's hit them. They got another game going. And this is a game where they're working together, I believe, with probably a state court, and they're sending these liens out to these people to make it look like it's coming from the IRS, taking their money. They're paying it because it looks legitimate. But this guy, he's so brilliant. He's the one who creates the apps. He's not just a computer pro. He creates the applications. He caught it.
Huh.
That's what he's fighting. And these people are paying. And they think, I was IRS, not knowing that it's really being diverted somewhere else. So I'm saying that to say to you, from the outhouse to the big house, they got a scheme for you. And guess what? They're going to you. And so I say, today is the day that we need to come together and stop it. And just ask for this on this petition. We don't have to get into individual cases. If you feel that you have been violated to the point where you can't be heard, they are blocking you, they're not giving you due process, or whatever the case may be, I think you sign this. We don't need to hear your individual case. You know what they did, and they know what they did. Matter of fact, they know more about it than you because they created this. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. If there's any questions or comments, I'm here.
Well, this is something that we've all had to deal with in one shape, form, or fashion. And it is something that has affected many people because a lot of people don't understand that it is about securing that trust behind that birth certificate. They don't understand how much is being made off of even the homeless. They don't put two and two together. But you have to look at what's happening, folks. It's all in an effort to use the people as credit.
That's what I'm doing. And then you hear people say, let's talk about that election. They're talking about, well, Barney says he's going to send people to school. Who, the taxpayers going to pay this? You see a personal welfare. They need to get off their butt. Spending taxpayer money. Oh, they're not spending no taxpayer money. That's your money. That's the lie they put out there to keep people divided. It has nothing to do with taxpayer money. Matter of fact, your tax money, so-called, doesn't even go to where you think it goes. The Pope told you it goes straight to them. He told you.
See? The thing is that this is major news because we don't understand it. You think the Pope has no influence, but as the Vicar of Christ, this man creates laws that affect nations. He's, as of last year, removed immunity. this immunity is the immunity that you can't sue a judge. That's not true anymore, folks, and judges are going to jail in record numbers. You're not finding something out that you're hearing that judges in Pennsylvania are going to jail because they're selling the children into systems and profiting off of it. You know, this isn't something that's just happening here or there. Every week you're hearing 2 or 3 judges getting caught in stings. And it's because...
Let me just say this. I will say this. Me personally, if it were me, I wouldn't do it by myself. Because if you go in there by yourself, they will try to clobber you. They really would. I would do it as a group. Mm-hmm. Even though we have this, I would not take a chance on trying to go against them by myself. Because guess what? They're not even telling you. And they're operating business as usual. You go in there on your own, you might not come out the way you went in. That's why we need to, this has to be a concerted effort.
Strength in numbers, folks. Strength in numbers. You don't go in this by yourself because of the fact of the matter. They can do away with one. They can do away with 2. The end result of it is that we must do more by coming together in numbers to make this happen, because people don't understand the depth of what is actually happening to our men and women that are going to court thinking that you're getting any sort of justice. It's not happening. You can't. You're not finding any justice whatsoever from the courts. But we're seeing redress based off of these papal decrees that have come out that are affecting nations globally, including the United States. As you heard Dr. Shirley talk about, that they're cashing in the birth certificates through the church in making trusts, capturing your Social Security number, your SSI number, your EIN numbers, and turning you into corporations, subjecting you to the Uniform Commercial Code, which is canonical law. And if you don't think that the commercial codes, the uniform commercial codes don't exactly exist, they're enacted into the codes of your state. If you don't, then actually, won't even say state, but the territory that you're in, that imaginary fictional entity called a state. It's a corporation. It too is a corporation. As Dr. Shirley was talking about, they know of the fraud before you do. Nunc pro tunc. So the thing is that we have to come together and ask for redress, and this is more for the veterans that have gone through the loss of children, the loss of parents, or any case that you feel that your rights, you were not in full disclosure. We're not looking to make public controversy. We're just looking to make sure that you have access to the information to make sure that this happens. So we're going to put out this petition, and we're going to ask the Justice Department to make this change even more pronounced. See, and if we bring together the thousands of people we can reach in the sound of our voice from coast to coast, we can find a solution. So, well, Dr. Moore, I guess we haven't gotten any calls, huh? Hello? Well, thank everybody for this show this evening. We will be back later this week. I want to thank you for listening in. Take it easy, everyone, and thanks for tuning in.